Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Bashem Rekakadash. Now, looking at this atrocities committed by the U.S. authorities, it tells you a lot. Say an extremely wicked or cruel act, typically one involving physical violence or injury. Now, when you look at King David's Psalms 140, and let's see, verse 4 says, keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. Then you jump down to verse 8. It says, grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. And then 11 says, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. You see, so this is the wicked. These individuals, you see, they are extremely wicked because of the atrocities that they have committed, proving that they're the wicked. And so when you go to Proverbs, another one of my favorite scriptures, Proverbs 21:12, it says, the righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked, but God overthrow the wicked for their wickedness, because their wickedness is going to expose them. You see, and so when you look at what Nelson Mandela said, if there is a country that has committed unspeakable atrocities in the world, it is the United States of America. They don't care about human beings. And so you see how the wicked, with the elites and the ones that are their puppets, they don't care about the people. Now let's go into some of the atrocities that they have committed. Now, the U.S. empire currently maintains an imperialist network of over 800 military bases in 70 countries. For comparison, all other countries combined have only 30 bases. So these people is controlling the whole world. So let's go to one, just for example, one atrocity that went down. Okay, here we go. In early 2018, U.S. Navy SEAL Eddie Gallagher stabbed a defenseless teenage captive to death in Iraq. According to two SEAL witnesses, Gallagher said over the radio, he's mine, walked up to the medic and prisoner, and without saying a word, killed the prisoner by stabbing him repeatedly with his hunting knife. Gallagher and his commanding officer, Lieutenant Jake Porter, uh, then posed for photos of them standing over the body with some other nearby SEALs. Gallagher then text messaged a friend in California a picture himself holding the dead captive head by the hair with the explanation, good story behind this, got him with my hunting knife. After he was in prison, Gallagher's other crime came to light. Fellow soldiers said that they witnessed Gallagher shooting and killing an unarmed old man in a white robe, as well as a young girl walking with other girls. Gallagher boasts that he averaged 3 kills a day over 80 days, including 4 women. In a video interview with investigators, Multiple SEALs describe how he would go on solo gun runs, emptying loads of empty machine gun fire in neighborhoods with no apparent targets. I think he just wants to kill anybody he can. Corey Scott, a medic from the platoon, told Navy investigators. After his case went public, it became a controversial rallying cry. A website soliciting donations for his defense raised $375,000, and a prominent veterans appeal maker sold free Eddie T-shirts spurred on by his family. 40 Republican members of Congress signed a letter in March calling for the Navy to free him, and soon after United President Trump had him released from prison to home arrest. In July 2019, he was acquitted from all charges. Gallagher was one of the three military personnel accused or convicted of war crime on whose behalf Trump had interviewed to pardon or promote. Trump told a rally audience days after his intervention, "I stuck up for three great warriors against the deep state." Gallagher had now started a chain of companies selling clothing and nutritional supplements. So you see, these people are the wicked because they, in their country, they are going around the world committing atrocity, stealing people's lands, and doing all types of wickedness. So let's go to workers and poor. It says 1 out of every 7 U.S. citizens need to visit food banks to survive. Despite having enough food to feed 10 billion people, half of all food produced is thrown away by realtors. Food waste in 2018 enough to feed the world's hungry 4 times over. You see, these people are starving out their own people. So you know they're allowing these people to go overseas and murder innocent people. They're starving out their own people. Because look at this. It said an analyst of 2016 data showed that 8 men control as much wealth as half of the world's population. Those 8 men are Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Carlos Slim, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Amanico Ortega, Larry Ellison, and Michael Bloomberg, and are collectively worth $426 billion. So U.S. authorities have a long history of murdering, striking workers fighting for better conditions dating back to the 1800s. So I'm not going to go into everything, but you see how these people are the wicked. And that's just here in America. Britain has its own atrocity with their military. France, Spain, all of these major European countries have their own atrocity that they commit with their military. And so King David was on point when he said the violent man. These people are violent. They're very violent. And so it says atrocities committed by the U.S. authorities. The definition of atrocities is extremely wicked or cruel act, typically one involving physical violence or injury. Now, when we call them the wicked, we got two proofs now. Let's go to Job real quick. Job chapter 9 and 24. Job chapter 9 and 24, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" You see, looking at the atrocities that these people in the government and the rich elites play out with America and the other countries, it lets you see that they are the wicked. You see, but see, these people are part of a specific nation. These individuals that's the wicked, they are a part of a specific nation. That's why they go around and commit these atrocities. You see, because this nation is very wicked that they are a part of. Now, when you go to Malachi chapter 1, verse 4, it says, whereas Edom says, so this nation is called Edom. We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them, that means the Edomites, they're more than one, is them, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. And so these individuals are the wicked, and their wickedness exposes everything about them and expose their identity. Because the reason that they even calling themselves names other than who they are, because they trying to hide their identity. You talking about Edom? Let's go to Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49, verse 7 says, concerning Edom, so this is concerning Edom. And from 7 on down in Jeremiah 49, talking about Edom. Now when we get to verse 10, it says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Because their nation are trying to hide their identity. Because Edom means red, and when you look at them, they're red. They're not who they call themselves, so-called white. Nobody's on earth is white. These individuals are red, and so that's why they use the colorism, because that was a major identifying mark, the color of their skin. So they use colorism to confuse the world and hide their identity. But looking at the evidence and the records of the extremely wicked, cruel acts that they have been committing in the earth, going back to the 1800s and 1400s, since the Renaissance and the Romans and the Greeks, these individuals have been committing wicked acts on an unprecedented scale. And so they expose themselves with their wickedness. Because like Proverbs 21:12 say, God will throw down the wicked with his wickedness. So I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hashem Rekakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. The kingdom is at hand. Shalom.